Good morning, everyone. Today, we're discussing how current research and theories on child and adolescent development contribute to teaching and learning across different areas. To start, let's talk about theories and hypotheses. What do you guys think is the significance of these theories in education?
Well, theories help explain how children learn and develop. For example, Piaget cognitive development theory shows us that children learn in stages. These help us design lessons that are appropriate for their developmental level. But I'm curious, how do we test if these theories are actually effective in real classrooms?
Great question. We test them through hypotheses and research studies. Researchers observe students and conduct experiments to see if the theory holds true. For instance, Vygotsky's social development theory emphasizes the importance of social interactions in learning. Researchers may test them by comparing students who work in groups with those who work alone. But here's a hot question. Can you think of any modern challenges that might affect how we apply Vygotsky's ideas today?
That's an interesting question. One challenge could be risk of online learning. Vygotsky theory stresses social interaction, but in virtual classroom, students often in isolation. So, I think teachers need to find ways in incorporate collaboration through online tools like breakout rooms and discussion boards to maintain that social aspect. But then again, how do you integrate theory and practice in real-life teaching?
That's where pedagogy comes in. We don't just use theories to guide us. We apply them in practical ways. For example, using Gardner's theory, teachers can be designed lessons that caters to students' different strengths, like using art for visual learners and group projects for interpersonal learners. But I wonder, do all these theories works for every child, or do we need to adapt based on the individual?
Great question. I think it's a mix of both. Theories give us a foundation, but no children are exactly the same. Research like Brown-Friend-Brinzer's ecological system theory shows that children's development is influenced by various environmental factors, family, school, and community. So we need to adjust our teaching strategies based on the child's context. But how does current research help us bridge the gap between theory and practical application?
Current research gives us data to refine these theories. For instance, more recent studies in neuroscience show how the brain changes during adolescence, which helps us understand why teenagers may struggle with impulse control. This reinforces earlier theories like Piaget's formal operational stage but adds more depth by explaining the brain's biological development. Do you think modern technology has a role in enhancing these educational theories?
Definitely. Technology has revolutionized how we implement these theories in classrooms. For example, cognitive load theory suggests that students learn better when their working memory isn't overwhelmed. Educational software now incorporates this by breaking down information into smaller, manageable chunks. But here's a hot question. What do you think could be the downside of relying too heavily on technology to apply these theories?
That's a critical point. While technology can make learning more accessible, it might also limit face-to-face interaction, which is vital in theories like Vygotsky. Over-reliance on tech could also reduce hands-on, experiential learning, which is essential for kinesthetic learning. So I think it is important for educators to find a balance. To wrap things up, how can we future teachers ensure that the theories we learn are relevant to the students we will be teaching in a few years?
I think staying updated with current research is the key. Educational theories aren't static. They evolve as new findings emerge. We need to stay open to adapting our teaching method based on ongoing studies about how children and adolescents develop. By combining theory with research and a real-world application, we can become more effective educators.